maybe really only have one main thing to talk about, right?
I'll start running my mouth.
You're live. Okay. You just pulled them.
Yeah, we're gonna say. I'll eat this delicious popcorn.
It feels very cold.
There's a Fund 271 library fund, and then there's a Department 780 library.
So the department, so that's like,
One coming,
yeah, one's from out
Coming.
here and one is from the library.
okay,
So the 790 is like the utilities, any maintenance that we do on the building
Here.
or the rental. Oh, hi, nice to meet you.
We delayed a few minutes for you.
Yeah, we haven't started yet. You're just talking.
All right.
and 790 library is our money.
Yeah.
Okay,
We will call the meeting to order at 6:03. We'll do a roll call. Tim,
here,
Scott, here. I'm here, supposed to go. Any public comments?
not much.
All right. Can I get an approval for the August 2025 finance minutes?
So moved.
Support. All in favor, say aye.
Right?
All right, items of business, the quarterly budget.
So I just threw together a quick update on where we are. The percentages, what we are at right now in each department. Some things are higher, so those I'm looking at or monitoring closer than the others, but some also like the 851 is our insurance, that's at 95% because we paid for the insurance for the year, so we shouldn't have any more coming into that or going out of it. So things like that. So I haven't seen anything alarming. The master plan is a grant, so planning and zoning is over budget right now, but only until we get the grant funds in, because it's reimbursable. So we have to spend the money and then,
Grounds for how much?
oh, Kim, I don't know how.
Ballpark.
20, 25.
Okay,
But in planning and zoning is not just, like our master plan with Spicer, that's also the building. So our building inspectors in there and all that, his inspectors are in there too. So it's not just, but a majority of what's in there right now is because of the master plan getting redone. So that'll go down. And that is the, I wanna say that we're over 50% with that, expense wise, so we still have quite a bit still coming that we'll be paying for.
111%.
Yeah, so we've gone 11% over budget, but it'll be reimbursed once we get the grant
Then
money
we'll
in.
go down to 10%.
Yeah, probably closer to like 25.
By the time you're done.
Yeah. Yep. The only red is the cemetery, but that we already know that is a losing battle a little bit.
And that's due to the hours paid out to maintain it.
Most of it, I mean, there's some things like we pay for the,
Porta
johns. We do have, electricity that comes out for that, for the lights, what else, trash. I feel, no, actually, yeah, we do. That's more man hours, the collective trash.
Are leaves and brush part of the solid waste management,
Yeah,
the collection of?
yeah, and that's high right now,
taking care of it?
only because, that's high because, I found that in our payroll, when I did all the, moving of the percentage of where we put most of our man hours, it didn't hit all of them right. So they were getting hit like last year's percentage, so that is more of a, I'm probably gonna have to do a lot of journal entries, or we let it ride. And it's just gonna be over, but then another department will be under. So I have to see how much there is of a difference to see what it how much work would be into see if it's even worth it.
And recreation parks department would be the same type of deal.
Yeah. Yeah, so like the parks, it's gonna increase because there's more hours going towards that, so I put about 2% or 3% of kids in mine hours going in there because we look for grants and we help with the calendar and doing other things within the park, so I feel like some of our hours should kind of go towards it versus none of our hours ever, so.
You keep track of everybody's hours, you did this many for this today and so on and so on.
We did it
We
for a
did for
year.
a year.
So what we did is,
We got our-
last year, we did a whole year worth of taking where we spent our hours, and then I divided it in percentages of how much we spent everywhere, so that every pay period, that percentage comes out of those funds or those departments. So that's how then
So
I
you
hit
did it as a
3%.
historical over an actual.
Yeah. So, and that, cause you can't punch in, we don't have an actual. We would have to manually put in for every single department hours, which would be time consuming. So they punch in, we did a historical one, which I don't, when was the last time that was? It's been a little while since that was done. So it's something that we could do like every 5 years, every 10 years.
If you
or-
had a list of all the various ones.
Mhm.
And each employee,
I mean, if you wanna do it manually, that's something that.
well,
we
if
could
they
take to
did it
DPW.
there. That makes it easy from there on, doesn't it?
Well, then I'd have to manually, like, I'd have to put in for each department, for each person, so. For Dave, I'd have to go, oh, I can't do Dave's salary, but someone that's hourly, I'd have to go in for them and then put in hours for each single department of what they use for the pay period every. Where now it goes in and it disperses automatically
Because
the
you put
percentage,
Percentage in.
yeah. Yeah. So I just do a one time, you put it in and that versus 5, 6 department per each employee. That's how it was done previously. I just updated it. So we did a whole running year of what hours we spent, and some of the stuff changed significantly. It's like the sewer, that didn't really change at all. Like 1%. We spent a lot of time there. So if that's something that wants to change, then it's something that we can propose to council.
It's a lot of hours.
Well, yeah, I mean, whatever we mow at the lagoons, my hours and Cassie's hours hit a lot because of the billing and,
Mhm.
any testing that we do there, what I like discharge, that takes hours to do. What else would be something that you guys would do?
Well, we got our training that comes in.
Yeah, the training. Yeah,
Take it-
hour wise
take it
anyway.
slightly
like, man.
down.
Okay.
So just help me out here. Are we looking at your updated quarterly budget amendment?
Yes.
And there's no amendment, cause we're not over budget on anything.
I mean, we're over halfway through the year and there's only 2 accounts that are above 50% of their budget. Is that?
Well, we're only a quarter.
Only a quarter of the way. in.
So everything
Okay.
should be between like 20 and 30%. There are some things like,
July, August, September.
yeah,
January.
yeah, so that's where, I mean, I would think,
On the building permits, I see that Rob Kehoe sent a thing in and
Mhm.
said he had 2507, but you've got 1093 down for building permits. Just needed to be updated, but yet that's 10-3 and he did his letter on 10-1.
Mhm.
And doesn't
and he
that
had what did he put on his, I didn't even.
2507?
No, then I don't know. To be honest, like this is everything that we put in, unless something was, in his report, unless something was waived. Like if we've waived stuff for the Lions or something before, if he never put that in his spreadsheet. It would conflict.
Okay,
What page?
That would just be an
Yeah,
example.
it's under other items, number 12, building department report.
Oh, are you looking at the actual packet?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
and it says, please be advised, I issued 24 permits. Oh, in the second quarter.
oh,
Yeah.
he did different
This
ones,
is a
yeah.
quarter behind.
Oh,
Quarter
well, that
ahead.
makes.
He's a quarter up.
That's for Q2. We just got done with Q3.
Okay. So
No, we
he
just
did,
got done with Q1,
well,
because we
as
run,
a
He-
calendar year,
He runs his as a calendar year
He's
versus
running-
our
yeah.
fiscal year.
that's what he did. So
Okay.
January, February, March, April, May, June, and then, so he's doing it a calendar year, we're
and
doing
it says
it,
May through September
yeah.
25.
So he actually put in,
But then you put
Multiple
second
quarters.
quarter.
This is a quarter, that's
yeah, his,
a couple.
Right.
Got it, all right. It was in English, I should have read it.
it was okay, I didn't even look at his.
Any more questions on that?
Capital control,
Mhm.
what is it?
That was like capital improvement stuff, we put it over, most of that like will go over into like the CIP or, any construction or.
We
stuff like that.
budget 15,000 year after year
It
and
just goes over so that when we have something big, we have capital in a, so.
Mm.
I don't remember what the 3,200 was though, it was maybe the sidewalks, I think I put the sidewalk in there or something, or. Depends on how things come invoiced sometimes too.
is there any way to show? Like that's showing that for the year, we're gonna throw $15,000 in that puddle.
Mhm.
Well, what's the lake look like?
I mean, yeah, we can put it in there, I don't think I have that one, because it's just. These are just like revenues and expenses,
Right,
so I don't have it in here, but yeah,
for the year to date, because it's one quarter.
yeah. Yeah. And I don't put that 15,000 until the end of the year. Anyway, so like this 15 will stay there, it won't, that pool won't get bigger until next July or June.
And we did use $3,300 of that. For something. And is debt service control
That's
the
bonds.
bonds,
So that, yeah, that
bonds or a bonds particular?
bonds.
Hmm.
So that will just collect for both bonds, the 17 and the
We
23.
got
And,
two of
yeah, and then that goes over and then then I transfer over from major and local that go over and then.
Was
Because it's the
there-
only one that we have is 4 roads, those are the only bonds we have.
Wasn't there a bond in 14?
That's gone. That's gone.
Paid.
Yeah, that's paid. So we
When
only
was
have,
that paid?
and then the 17 is almost done. Because that'll be done in 27.
So they're both
10 years.
14 and 17 were 10-year.
Yep, and the 23 is 10 years.
Okay,
So not too much, not really, not too much on that.
let's think of 15.
Mhm.
And construction is for
Is it a 202?
453.
That's when we move, Work 53.
Yes.
Okay, so it's under, so 453 it would be, it depends then if it's a 202 or if it's 203. So 202 is major streets, so 202, 453 is major street construction, and then 203, 453 is minor, so like our local road.
Okay. So this is streets.
So if, it's kind of cool, like, so anything underneath here, it's all major.
This
Yep.
is,
Yep, so this.
there's your money coming in and then this is all
Yep.
going out.
Yep,
Got
and
it.
same for the next page, except for it'll be local streets. And then it's
Okay.
all local street,
And that's 453 construction for
203. Yep, for local, so like Treat Street, I just got the bill for
203.
that,
Got it, got it.
yes.
Now I'm. Okay.
Cool.
That made it. Again, it was in English. You should have read it. And understood it. I guess I'm not very good at English.
Any more questions on the quarterly budget before we move on?
Not at this time.
Move on to Alan Edward.
Okay, it's supposed to be Alan Edwin.
Edwin.
Um. I don't know much what to say.
Yeah.
It came September 17th to turn our grant in. We could not do that because they did not provide us with, the bank letter and others. Finally got a hold of them and they said because it was due to the estimate or cost opinion for the infrastructure. We submitted the grant anyways without that. And we already did all that work, so. They came back with this proposal. They're supposed to come tonight and try to plead their case on why and what they're really planning. The thing that they're saying is. That what our costs will be, we can put in with the housing TIF with them. Which we can, but we can't apply for it. As a municipality, we can't apply for this housing tip to get paid back. But so it would have to go underneath, he would have to apply for it, which we can do. I looked that stuff up, but this housing tip is new, so there's still so much unknown. There's only 42 cities or villages, or townships that haven't been approved. So we have to get it approved by the state to even have this housing TIF. So the housing TIF we will create and we can approve, but then we send it off to the state who then approves it. So, I mean,
Is that why the May council meeting stuff was included in the email that I got? Because there was a whole lot of,
it might have been everything was in it. I didn't look at the packet, to be honest, and
that was pretty deep. I mean, page after page after page after page of green space and Edwin Allen or whatever his name was. And
Yeah, I think it's
Right.
just trying to show what their plan was. I mean,
I think it was just to
Like
give
their
us
plan.
a reminder, this is what,
right, right.
yeah.
I mean, the big thing is they're asking us to
Pay
take
for
the
the
cost of,
the infrastructure.
1.887. We could get a grant for 1.27, so we'd still be on the hook for 617,000,
Give or take.
give or take.
So,
If we get a grant.
right, if we get it, which, I don't know, I could lean either way. I'm leaning more towards we probably are getting it. Just because we had the LOI and our housing region had over 7 million sitting in it anyways, that needs to be used before it goes back. Like it has to be divvied out this year or it goes back to the federal government. So. I would
Oh,
think
and it
that,
hasn't been pulled back anyway.
no, so I would think that we would get it, but I don't know. Who knows? Really don't know. I mean, my thing is, okay, you want this housing tip to do your housing development. What are you doing for us now? Because you're not covering any costs. Because the costs that he's covering, the housing sidewalk and driveway, that's a developer thing cost anyways. The wells, that's a developer cost anyways. That's not anything to do with infrastructure. That's not something that will be covered with the grant either. It says right in the grant that wells are not covered. I mean, site landscaping, that is something that he should be doing as a housing developer anyway, so.
So is it looking like if he doesn't get a golden platter, we're out of here?
To me, it's like, well, what are you doing for us besides you're bringing this,
You're-
great, this is a great opportunity for the city, it's great economically, it's great for us to flourish, but. From the get-go, you said that you're gonna pay for everything up front, and
Right.
now,
You're asking us for $617,000 to do your project. For us to then delay getting taxes paid to
Right.
us. Is essentially what the tip is doing.
right, so we
So
we
we're-
can put it under there to get it paid back. But when I run the numbers for, like, if we ran the numbers, Cassie helped pull some reports. If we were to run it just like a DDA, because that's a TIF.
Yeah.
If we were to run it that way, we're only bringing in if it was. And if the housing was, each parcel was 200,000. It's gonna be around 50 grand a year. Which then gets split between us and Allen Edwin, because they would be part of that TIF. So 25,000 a year, and if they're like 300,000, it's still only like 52,000. It doesn't go up
Right.
very much every year, because you get a percentage of that.
Mhm.
So we're looking at 24 years.
Oh, getting nothing.
Right.
Right, I mean,
And
essentially, we're
in
not
case
getting,
we were
right,
underwater to begin with.
right, so we're not getting anything. Which is, we're not getting anything now, but we have 600,000 on the table now that we would be trying to get back. But it would be 24 years. Most of these TIFs, housing TIFs that are out there are only like 10 to 15 years. So I don't know all of the logistics of how we make the housing TIF and percentages, and I don't know all that. It's still so new.
And the other thing we have to think of is adding 16 new units to a sewer that already needs work.
Mhm.
So we will collect the sewer money, but we'd probably have to do the bigger ones sooner rather than later, right, Dave? So, I
I
mean,
mean, if we're
that's,
coming up on, what, last year, when we did the sewer rate, it was 5 years out, right? I
Yeah,
think 5
yeah.
years. So we're closer to 4, so maybe we're closer to 2.
right, and that's $1 million project, so add 1 million
And I
to
was thinking that
one-
we need to bump that to 150
what?
per quarter.
Oh,
sure.
I see what you're saying.
Well, yeah.
Just as an aside.
Right,
It's supposed to go up. It is supposed to.
it's gonna go up
January.
$5 every year for the next 5 years till it gets to 125, and then we said we would revisit it. We can, I believe, revisit it before then,
Yeah.
but that
I've
was,
thought about it since we bumped it to $100.
Mhm.
1975, it was $75 a quarter.
2010.
And
Decades.
then in 2025 was the first of $100, correct?
the fourth
that-
quarter of 20.
Yeah.
$100, yeah,
December, yeah.
In 40,
yeah,
do the math.
Yeah.
What has only gone up
everything.
25% in 40 years?
Double, triple.
Cars have gone up 70% since 2010.
Mhm.
I think we're not out of line to bump it to 150 starting 2026.
That's something that we.
That's something we
to the
can bring
table.
up.
I hate
Yeah.
to raise my taxes, but it is something that
Uh,
flows downhill.
You don't need.
You're not wrong.
Situations.
Exactly.
So this, I'm gonna guess this is gonna be, this is first in the council packet,
I
so
don't, is it?
it is now,
Oh.
or it was when I just downloaded it. So I'm gonna guess this is going to be a lot of our conversation. It's just good that we kind of talk through the numbers before we actually get there.
I've been hesitant about this program from the get-go, just to say it would be good for the community. That's prove it. And how do you? And the longer this goes on, and this has gone on for years now. And I just feel like we're strung along. We kind of went along with it because we had a gun to our head at one of the meetings and said to either do it now or. So we did. It just doesn't, I don't feel good about it.
Yeah, I mean, if the TIF is one thing, I mean, if somebody wanted to plop 16 houses down there, that's great for the whole economy of the city.
Maybe,
Why
We
wouldn't it
bring
be?
in, I mean, we bring in the
but
taxes.
we've got to
and
provide services, we've got to provide maintenance
we
to
wouldn't
a
have to
degree.
But if they're plopping the houses down with nothing, no tax abatements or anything like that, then we're collecting tax money right away. We're collecting sewer money, we're collecting all these things, and then people are spending more at the hardware, more at the bar. Dance classes are now full. the golf course is full or.
We hope, we hope, we hope.
Correct. But I mean, if you wanna take the averages of that, you know. Half of the houses go to the hardware store, half the houses go to the bar, that's still,
Or
a
10%.
that's still an increase. Still helping out the community, still helping out the economy of the city itself.
And
It,
also.
it was a way to try to get somebody to put in. Millions of dollars into the city
Invest,
to
right.
help us in the future. It's not looking as big of a help if we've gotta kick in $750,000, plus now we have to do our sewer sooner, now we have to do all this other stuff.
Well, and that's where I come off saying it's gonna take more. Because it's more.
Right. Right, if we had to put nothing into it. Good,
Yeah,
great,
why
let's
wouldn't
do it. Why wouldn't we? But now that we're on the hook, or could be on the hook for.
We have
Almost,
for 1.8.
right,
Well, and what happens if they decide 5 years in, you know what, we're done under this name and we're gonna assume another name and that name's bankrupt.
That's a contract that we would
Yeah.
have with the state and with them. That's the whole housing tip. It's with the state and
Mm-hmm.
us. So they can't just do that. There are provisions. I was reading about it today. So they can't
That we
just,
would be safe
yeah.
Yeah.
It has to.
if they
be done.
bellied.
Yep. I don't foresee them bellying with how many projects they have going up right now in the state anyways, but
Nobody thought GM would either.
well, you know. They're still around though.
Yeah, but a lot of people got screwed.
This would be something that whoever would purchase it would assume it. That's how it would be. That's how it's worded in the state. So whoever takes over and buys it would have to assume the responsibility until it is paid off.
Mhm.
And it's up to us to, if we were to do the housing tip, it's up to us to, you know, put in the clauses everything that we want and need to be safe and to collect what we need to collect.
Mhm.
And we will see what they say. I'm sure it's
Oh,
gonna be,
just Bath Township Police feel about all those apartments that are on Webster Road.
Well, it brought in a lot of money to the police and fire department, so they hired more officers and. Now they've got
Because they
firefighters.
spend more time,
Oh, yeah.
that's,
Oh, yeah, they spent a lot of time there.
yeah,
but they're also gonna, you get paid more, and like it's part of,
Correct.
I don't know.
So it expanded, but then it did. Increase their resources to respond to the suicidals, the parties, and everything else.
I mean, everything's gonna have a plus and a minus.
Yeah,
You're never gonna have a plus with no minuses, that. It's called, you know, other
but
things.
you also wanna make sure you're not sitting in the mud spinning it.
Right,
Right.
right, which,
Didn't go
It kind
forward,
of
didn't
looks
go
like right
backward,
now-
we worked awful hard to just sit here.
right, right now. It kind of looks like we might be spinning in the mud, which is why we've gotta regroup and talk about it, so.
I mean, we've been pushing and pushing and pushing for
Mhm.
stuff like this. I mean. I had to put an email out saying if we don't get it by 4 tomorrow. Or tomorrow, then we were gonna push this off till November. It's not that we aren't doing anything.
Right.
I don't know. I will be curious to see what they.
Alright.
I wish I had more kind of information, but I don't really. This is what we were given yesterday.
Anything else before we take this to the council meeting later? Alright. Well, we will.